in what may be the hottest year in history.
I do love how this hasn't been changed at all. It suddenly can't pick up the green screen. Very fun. Oops. Why? Why is today different? Anyone know? Nobody knows. Sure. Today the green screen just won't work. Stupid fucking software. Good morning, Nicholas. How are you? Right. Let's find our game. All right. So, body armor in 13 hours. We've got a couple missions. We've got a faction mission for the New Jericho, which there's a million bases around us. And we have a storyline mission, I think both of which we want to work on this morning. What was this? The Haven. Alright, so we basically want to kill 13 more hours, I think. And we have level ups. 4. Is it a random class, I wonder? All right. More damage on our sniper. Level 4 on our heavy. Bonus carry weight. Do we care? Looks like he might be good with a shotgun. Morning, Fudgeinator. Don't know on that one. Holding points here. I need to be able to actually get access to a shotgun before it gets too exciting. This guy starts with one. 50% bonus healing and +2 willpower. Neat. I'm not sure there's a second class I want on this character. Bonus carry weight and strength. What does strength do for us? Hit points, weight that can be carried, and items that can be thrown. Morning, Billy. Okay. All right. Well, we'll hold off on those for now. All right, let's go there and explore. The Helios event. She's preparing to study the effects of an upcoming coronal mass ejection on the Pandorans. Commander Abdul thinks her research is nonsense. We could help. Commander Abdul seems like the person who would hold a grudge. Do we know what faction Commander Abdul is from? Morning, Kicks. All right. Haven's leader's attitude towards Phoenix Project. New Jericho's attitude to Phoenix Project. Research plus 50. Okay. All right. We have a recruit here. We do not have 390 food. Too bad. We have 8 hours on the armor manufacturing. I'd like to do one more explore, I think.
Scan complete.
Okay. Wait. Oh, that's one we've already done. Shit, I thought it was a question mark. RIP. Okay, guess we'll fly around uselessly for some period of time. Alright, another haven. Back to base. Oh, do we have to go back to base to get our equipment? We might not. If I go to our people right now and take a look at our heavy. Who is who? It's one of these. Tech, Berserker, Sniper, Heavy. Okay. If I go to equipment, look for everything. Ah, I can build here. So I don't have to go back to base for this. I don't know if I want to let the Heavy have the jump jet or not. Good morning, Dehydrogenasia. Good morning, Mimi. Hello, QB. Hey, guys. Happy Saturday. Hope you're enjoying your day. All right, we need to queue up something else. Oh, another good food's coming out of that. I think tech seems useful. All right, so we can arm our heavy in the more mobile gear, giving up the jump jet for now. Maybe he'd become useful then. Wouldn't that be exciting? Okay. Pizza's gonna arrive. Jealous. Jealous, jealous. Alright. Where do we want to go? I think we want to try some of these missions. You want to try should we try the faction mission and then the... It's a little bit closer to go here than there, I think. Although we have to go back here anyway, so maybe if we go here, then back there, it's better. Let's do the storyline mission. And we'll explore along the way. Large screaming head, which appears to have grown on top of the old warehouse. The head is only vaguely human. In some way, it resembles a very large pumpkin. Its eyes bulge and drip with a viscous pus-like fluid. Stalks resembling antennae grow from its balding pate. It appears to be screaming the same word over and over again, something like Ulog or Nukot, in a variety of intonations. Well, I feel like we're working towards an alliance with Jericho, which probably means let's contact the disciples of Anu here. Okay. 50 research. I'm not that upset about that. All right, let's go to. All right, we got the completion of the worm launcher autopsy. Big amount of resources out of that. Hey, Corey Okami, how's it going? All right, where might we find stuff? Okay, this is done in 2 hours. We're gonna see if we get to unlock more position.
And you need to be careful here.
They can't destroy the documents. They can go after the next best thing. You.
They claim they saved lives, but what they really did was make it impossible to prosecute a mass murderer because
He's
if what
kinda
we
grown
did
on
to
me as
him
an actor,
ever
too.
came
I
out in
forget
the
his
court of
name.
law, the case is over. The guy planned 9/11.
We will
Yeah.
not allow this to be covered up.
The intent is to
Initially,
get
I wasn't
intel to
so
save American
sure.
lives.
History is written by the victors.
And I've not been a big fan of the Star
How
Wars.
is that even ethical? Nothing could be further
But
from
I
the
like him in a
Democracy
serious
is
role.
messy.
If the Times had your report.
We would print it tomorrow.
No. If it's gonna come out, it's gonna come out the right way.
Available on Prime Video. There you go. All right.
After 9/11, everyone was
Let's
scared.
kill that.
Scared it might happen again.
Oops, wrong one. Leave that going in the background just for another second there. Make sure that finishes up. Anyways, guys, appreciate you sticking through that with me. That is the entirety of that promotion. Keeps my channel running, and it's one of the ones actually I'm not too upset to promote because it looks kind of interesting to me. My wife said it was good too. All right, meantime, let's get back to our game. So let's finish this up just a moment. Yeah, good list of actors for sure. Okay, close that. Come back to what are we playing? Phoenix Point. Great. Let me update my stream title. And back for that. Okay. I think it's a dark Jane Austen adaptation. I think it's based on reality, Sanabu. Kyle said it was Kyle. Maybe it was Kyle. Said he'd been waterboarded for a minute then. God, why did I think Destiny? I thought Destiny said something about that too. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe I'm just not remembering correctly. Anyways. All right. Let's carry on. So we've just cleared up the diplomacy mission. Current faction support is 29. I think it was 40 to get to their tech, and we do want their tech, so we should look for more of these when we can. Manufacturing, we're building the rest of our grenades back, and then the jet. And I want to build I want to build a tank when we can. I want to drive a tank. Research we're almost finished with. Might be time to reverse engineer something. I was hoping to get the gun. All right, we also need to go and heal. We're pretty low on stamina. We completed the 2 immediate missions that I wanted to do. Destroy a Pandoran colony. A couple other of these. Let's go back to base. Okay. Probably need to scan again too. And they need to heal. I wanted to see if I stripped off, because I know we have at least 2, if not 3 of these special assault rifles. I wonder if I strip them off, if they're now considered an inventory, and therefore I can use them to reverse engineer, because I think I want some of these. The other thing I need to do is I need to make sure we have enough guns, because not having our rookie have a gun, that fight was horrendous. So let's start by taking items off. Oops. And honestly, it might be a full strip because we're gonna leave some people behind on base when we move out. Is there a way to unselect? No. I don't know why right click doesn't select and unselect. Why does it pop me out of this menu selection? All right. All right. Everyone is currently naked now. Fantastic. Let's actually read the text on the... where is it? The training facility. All soldiers at the base, even if assigned to an aircraft, will gain 2 experience points per hour for each training facility in the base. Okay. Recruited in living quarters capacity. Might mean another living quarters up to capacity, but it might not. It might just mean living quarter capacity is 8, and we're at 8 of 8 for full. This is done in an hour. That needs to have something else queued up. 6 days, 6 hours on Pandoran evolution. Rough. What do autopsies give us besides these bonus effects? Do they actually give us some sort of extra damage versus the enemies we're fighting or anything like that, or no? Okay, oh, there are new techs available. So pulling them out of inventory did actually matter. So we can reverse engineer. We already have one of those. What is the weapon that we disarmed? Was it the Bulldog? The new Jericho Gauss rifle? We only have 1? Oh, required items to start 1-1. Oh, it's not 2 for all of them. It's 1 for a lot of these. Oh, okay. The Triton autopsy gives me shotguns? Well, fuck. I didn't realize that. We just have to know that? It doesn't tell me under it? I've just been not doing it because it's a 2-day, 2-hour thing that gives me nothing. I absolutely want shotguns. What gives me melee? Do I get like a hint from reading the stupid descriptions? I did not ever play Xenonauts. How do I get melee weapons? I want a sword or a club or something. Or like a really big stick would be okay as well. Do we have the tech to cut down a tree? All right, I'm just gonna start finishing some autopsies then. The only thing I kind of wanted to do is reverse engineer the Bulldog. 1 day, 14 hours for that. And I have to give up 1. But I need to be able to build ammo for it. If we ally with the new Jericho guys, though, they're just going to give me one of... They're going to give me this tech. Awkward. And we're at 29 of 40 to get this. 40 is the tech ally. Well, fuck that then. Okay. 50, so it's a little ways off still. BDM Defender, I would actually like, this is also, we have 3 people who want to use this. But again, we're going to get this from the new Jericho people if we get to 50. How far away am I from that, though? If I'm at 29 right now, is it a lot of time to get from 29 to 50 if I'm prioritizing that when I see it? Or is it fairly quick from here? In other words, how big of a... If I want to keep my weapon quality high right now, what should I be doing for that? I think even Panama Jacked. I'm going to add you to one of our players, by the way. That's the minimum donation necessary for player naming. So let's get Panama Jacked in here. I'm nuking this entire name, too. Okay. Let's see. It's just going to be Nobu. You can give them nicknames if they do something really stupid. Where's QED? You need to complete a mission to get over 49, and at 75 you get access to elite troops, and you research activity before them, or 100%. It's too far. First time cheering. Oh, cheers. Diplomacy screen, you can accept the mission to push the relation. We already accepted the mission. Nice.
Fresh from the stagecoach.
Terrible Wabbit. Thank you for the sub. Welcome. I kind of want the tech for the assault. I want that. We're gonna get a shotgun. Oh man, I don't know. It's just this is the downside of playing a game for the first time, right? Is it's the decisions that have impact. The time decisions are really hard to judge in their value. We'll see. Currently though, we're running whatever the hell this is. So this is Berserker. That's heavy. Berserker, heavy, sniper. So presumably this then is assault. We have 3 assaults, at least one of whom wanted to be shotguns and one of whom wanted to be assault rifles. Maybe I just hold on to one of the good assault rifles. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Terrible habit. Alright. I'm going to go for my shotguns first and just deal with the fact that we might be running out of ammunition for the weapons I prefer. Alright, we need to tech here or heal here for a minute. And then where do we want to go? Probably need to do a scan somewhere else. There's some regions up here. I don't know when the diplomacy mission will refund. Presumably it will tell me when I get another one. I don't really want to build Sindrian friendliness right now. I don't really care. Okay. So with that said then, all we're doing is waiting till we have enough healed, or we could leave some people behind here. So we can only run 6 on the jet. We have 8, and people get experience by being left at home. We need a little bit of stand back though. We're gonna go pretty far away too, so I'd like to do a bunch of missions all in a row. We have no level ups. Okay, so we just need to pass time for a minute.
Research complete.
Sanhedrin was built on a dream. A world without hierarchies, without leaders, where human beings could embrace the potential of technology without its destructive side effects. The radicals of the old world had been proven right. The status quo could not sustain itself. But what now? What was the next step? Some argued for coexistence with the Pandoran ecosystem, hoping for a peaceful solution. Others advocated putting humanity before nature and claiming the planet for themselves. Trusting in the safety of their havens, the people of Sanhedrin argued about the best way forward. But the Pandora virus had little interest in their arguments, and its power was still growing.
That's great news. Now we know. And the more you know. Yeah, so the nest, apparently you guys are telling me, I think when you're saying the layer mission, you mean the nest mission. So presumably then clearing out the nest, that would be a good way to get the boost. That sounds like a good idea. I'd like to do that. I don't know how bad the nest is going to be. And the only other thing was manufacturing. So do we have enough equipment? Maybe okay. So let's build a loadout for dealing with the nest. And then if we have the equipment to do it, we'll do it now. And if we don't, we'll wait a little bit longer till that equipment's produced and then we'll go for it. So I want to bring a pretty heavy loadout for that. So I want to bring, is there some way I guess I can move them into the jet is how I could do it. So I can keep track of who's going to be active. To move everyone to the base, we're going to bring the sniper who does something, who's not quite healed. So we're probably going to want the 4 hours. It's not bad either for healing. So we're going to bring the sniper. We're going to bring Nobu, the pistol expert. We're going to bring QED, the heavy. We're going to bring... Do I just ignore the other sniper? Do I just ignore the rookies for this mission? It might be hard. Let's pretend it's going to be hard. Let's bring the level 3 assault. And we'll bring Panama Jacked as well. Okay. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need to bring one more. Currently don't have... Oh, we could bring the engineer. The engineer is kind of out of ammo and running out of utility right now. Kind of need to get some better stuff for them. After every Haven attack, a nest spawns. If there are 3 nests in the same region, they merge to be a layer, and the same after 3 layers form a 3rd tier. Okay. I don't know if I'll remember that, but we'll see. Probably bringing the level 1 guy Level 1 assault is okay as well. So we'll bring the level 1 assault with the plan of getting him a level here. Let the other one heal. Okay. Although that one might have more experience. Let's have a look at these two. What's the experience in these guys? This guy is at 10 of 100. And this guy here, who's wounded, but only needs... That's Phantom Jack. Where's the other wounded one? This guy. He needs 6 hours. So delay my launch by 2 hours if we bring this guy. And his training... This is the one whose fucking gender's messing with my head. 'Cause anyways. 48 experience. Okay. Well, let's start loading out our actual people then. That we know we're bringing. And then we'll make a decision about that last one. Alright, so the sniper needs sniper equipment. And a sniper rifle. And a grenade. More ammo. I really would like to... Do I have 2 pistols now? I have 2 pistols again. Thank God for that. Alright, let's give him a handgun. I could rename them, yep. Maybe we will get to there, do that at some point. These are both reloaded, 8 of 8, 8 of 8. Could bring more ammo. Down to 4 for the sniper ammo. Equip from stores. I want to actually generate more. Drag to manufacture. So is this telling me I've already done it or I have to do it? Let's assume I have to do it. Okay. And just because I don't want to do this again, let's do it like one more right now. All right. It's back to my loadout screen. Wow, that's so clunky. So far away to go back and forth from that. Okay. This is Nobu. It's going to use the new pistol. We have 1 billion rounds for this new pistol. How was it comparatively? So the old pistol was 18 range at 50 damage. Do we prefer the range or the damage?
You have returned.
Let's try it.
Good to see you again.
Thank you, Edgar. Welcome back, man. 64 months. It's kind of crazy. It's basically as long as I've been streaming. Alright, did we give them armor? Gave them armor. Let's give Nobu armor. No armor? Armor.
A kind gesture.
Wait, where's my heavy armor? Did we accidentally give the heavy armor to somebody? No? Yeah. Corey Kami, the donation. Thanks, man. And I'm going to add you to the list of people we're bringing. Let's go back to our personnel and get you named, get you in the game. I think you're going to be our sniper. Done. Cheers. Alright, go back to equipping. Second med kit maybe? Grenade. Grab a grenade there, it seems fine. Okay, QED as the heavy. I don't know where my heavy chest armor went. It seems to have disappeared. Maybe it got destroyed when I wasn't looking. Or maybe it's still on somebody and I don't know and didn't notice. Alright. Looks good. This is the assault with what? Just return fire and dash. It's currently loaded. 2 of the things. Okay. Heavy had no ammo. Thank you. That should just create more ammo. It shouldn't be randomly reloading and shit like that. Okay. Heavy done. Alright, who's this? Panama Jacked, who is what? Assault again? Who has dash too, nice. These are both full loading, yeah. Alright. Panama Jacked, let's give him some armor. So that means we have all the way, we have Kami, Nobu, QED, Panama Jacked, this guy, and we're bringing one of these who's not currently armored. We're not bringing our techie, although they have armor, so it'd kind of be nice to bring them because they have the armor, and they're the only ones who can wear that armor, I think. So maybe I am bringing them, which kind of feels bad. I just want to make sure we actually have armor equipped. What's the proficiency needed for this? Doesn't actually say it needs a proficiency. Why was it not available for the other people? It was. Well, fuck that then. We're not bringing him. Alright, so which of these two? The wounded one needs 6 hours. So far it doesn't look like I need to build anything, so I want to leave after 4. So we're probably bringing this one here then. Did either of them have better paths? Carry weight, strength, grenade range, reckless versus this guy, the cautious biochemist, self-defense specialist. I think this is higher potential. I'm not sure. Like, this doesn't seem very good to me. But maybe grenades get better. Let's bring the higher leveled one. That seems to have more potential. All right, let's equip them. Give them this new armor, which makes them slower, right? At least they can shoot the stupid assault rifle. Not proficient. Oh, it's a sniper. Fuck. Do we want a second sniper? I've been thinking this was an assault the entire time. I wonder how many hours it takes to build the sniper rifle. -2 speed, -1 speed. You have to get the tech on you, and then you have to have you have to zoom in at a certain level on the map. It's not visible on max zoomed out. All right, well, let's see what would happen if we were to build a sniper rifle, which is this one, 22 hours. It's longer than I want to wait. So it looks like I'm not bringing them. Okay. We'll bring a rookie. Wait, they're both snipers. What? Yeah, look at that. I picked up 2 snipers when I didn't really want to. How do I dismiss people? How do we perform experiments on people? That would be another question that I'd have. You can't dismiss people? Are there penalties to losing soldiers besides getting rid of the soldier? This changes my how I'm looking at this tree as well. Since I was thinking I was looking at 2 snipers, but in fact I might be looking at something else. This is a better sniper for us. Okay. So we have a 3rd pistol. I guess we just make them a pistol dude for now. So we pull the pistol off of Corey. And we bring it over to the better of the 2 snipers, which was here, because of the final damage bonus. Neither of them look like particularly great snipers, quite honestly. And give them some armor. Okay. Let's see if we can get a living quarters here and see if it does up our squad amount. Okay. Meanwhile, let's head north.
Scan complete. Research complete.
All right, some resources. Pandoran colonies are underground tunnel-like structures made of the Pandora virus-produced biomass. Following the ecological transformation of the sea, they appear to be the next step towards the total conquest of the Earth's ecosystems. Each colony produces its own specific mutations, which is why we see certain mutations predominant in different areas. The colonies seem to expand their area of operations over time, attacking any human settlements they find. Based on colony growth patterns, we suspect there are multiple levels of development. The initial level has been classified as a Pandoran nest. Okay. What research is available now? Pandora caption and containment. I bet you that's important. We want that above siren autopsy. Don't know. Reverse engineering the fist. Reverse engineering the defender. We want to get weapon text. Certainly that's possible. Oh, the edge of light. All right, let's finish scanning this. One of the Anu soldiers at Nivith is asking to join the Phoenix Project. He's been an admirer of our organization ever since he was hearing about a child. Now it's more than just alleging he wants to do his best to contribute. Recruit him. Reject him as a filthy mutant. Tell him his haven needs him. Recruit him. Yeah. New recruit. We're 9 of 8. So what does this mean? We don't have living quarters for them? Well, they live on the jet. Does he have special crazy powers? Mutant powers? He's a berserker. He's competing. He's trying to steal Nobu's job. He looks better at it than Nobu does. Who would you bet on in one-on-one berserker combat? This guy even brought a melee weapon. Okay. Let's take a look at his equipment and training. Gains shotgun and melee weapon proficiency with plus 20% damage. Nice. What's he wearing? He's wearing an armored head. He's immune to daze. He regenerates. He's fire retardant. No, he's fire resistant. He doesn't put fires out. He just doesn't get caught on them. But we do have 2 minus accuracy penalties on him. I don't think I can unequip these. I think that's what the green means. But I can take his pants off, which we'll do immediately. He's got a second layer of pants. Look at this mutation. He was just waiting. He's like, surprise, second pants. Incredible. What else do you got? He's got the Scion of Sharer. This thing looks bad though. And he's got a fancy pistol. Ooh, fancy hand cannon. 100 damage. Close range though, 11. 10 ammo. Yoink. Thanks to the equipment. I think we're going to give him a bigger weapon, right? Like this thing's got to be better. 140 damage and shock. For 2 action points. This is 2 action points for 80 damage and 50 piercing. I don't know what piercing is. We should look up piercing. Piercing. I was hoping it was voice activated. Piercing. Try again, just in case. Shock damage, poison damage, blast damage, acid damage, standard damage, paralyzed damage, virus damage, fire damage, shred damage, pierce value. Weapon with pierce will ignore armor up to the pierce value before applying standard damage. Okay. I don't know if I consider that piercing. Maybe. So... Dude, +3 speed armor. It's very speedy. Yeah, so it's armor bypass is what it is. So it essentially does 130 damage. Because it's a single target attack weapon. Which means it doesn't shock, does 130 damage instead of 140 damage. And still takes the same amount of action points. Only does take 1 hand to use though. Oh, so does this. So it's worse in all ways than Marduk's Fist. Okay. If you're fighting armor, hammer is better versus unarmored. No. No. Add them together. It ignores 50 armor and does 80 damage. So the max damage it does is 80, and it can do up to 80. It does 80 damage up to a target with 130. This weapon here does 140. And if they have 50 armor, it's still doing more fucking damage, right? Yeah, it's doing 90 as opposed to 80. If the enemy has 300 armor, the pickaxe is better. No, if the enemy has 300 armor, then the pickaxe does nothing and the fist does nothing. Chat. Why are we having this conversation, chat? Either you're trolling me, or there's a game mechanic we're not understanding, or you guys can't add. I don't know which it is. I can give him both. Why would I give him both? This weapon is better in every scenario. If he could dual wield, that'd be sick. But I don't think he can. I think it's just an active weapon. Okay. Good talk. Good talk. Give him the pistol. No. No. Is our shotgun done? Weapons. I don't like this. Why does it armor, mounts, and equipment? I want weapons. Why is weapons not a category? This is weapons, essentially. Okay. What does this mean? Not proficient. No, did we read Pierce wrong? Isn't Pierce... chat, oh yeah, we're going to look this up one more fucking time and then I'm going to get cranky. Weapon with pierce value will ignore armor up to the pierce value before applying standard. A gun with damage 50 against armor against a target with armor 30 would normally do 20 damage. Pierce value of 20. If it had a pierce value of 20, the armor's effectiveness would be reduced to 10. Like, that is the most confusing example I've ever seen in my life. Now, what was it? Okay, all right. Standard weapon does 50 damage. Yeah. The target has 30 armor. That means it does 20 damage, sure. Okay. If it had a pierce value of 20, so it's still doing 50 damage, but now pierces 20, reduces the target's armor to 10, sure. So then it does 50 minus 10 does 40 damage. Sure. Okay, chat. Do you want to look at this then? So, if we have, the wording on that was super awkward, by the way. But if we have our personnel with our guy, with his weapon, and we're doing this, right? So it's doing 80 damage. And then basically piercing just subtracts armor. That's all it does. So the opponent has 50 armor. That's the best case scenario for piercing, right? Opponent has 50 armor. We hit him with this mace, this hammer here. It does 80 damage, right? Did 80 against 50. Nice work. All right, we bring in this thing. It has 0 piercing. The opponent has 50 armor. We subtract 50 from 140 and get 90. I don't know how there's an argument about this. All right, anyways. Keep scouting. Exactly. The hammer is better in every scenario. No exceptions. Not a barnacle. Exploration site. Clinging to the ruins, and we already met the librarian. Do we want his stuff? No, you can never have a higher damage with the piercing one. Nope, they both cost 2 action points, dude. Go. All right. 25 skill points. That's a lot. That's nice. All right, do we need to scan up here? One more move first. Okay, started the scan. Could go explore that. Search the area. Tech and materials, great. All right. What's happening with our bases? First base is still building me research labs. Second base is building me all sorts of things. We have another spot available. Is there a downside in investing in like 1,000 research labs? Because I'm just going to keep building research labs until I find a reason not to. We'll run out of resources at some point. I'll run out of things to research, but I can sell the labs then, if that's the case.
Welcome back.
Hey, clever fool.
It's like Civ. We need more science.
Goddamn right we need more science. Science is the most fun part of all games. All right. Research priorities are Siren Autopsy for the storyline stuff. And Pandoran Capture and Containment. Yes, chat. I gain 300 to 400 food like every 2 or 3 objectives that I complete. And I eat 1 food every... We don't know what the time period is. I expect they'll run out pretty soon here. That's a neat idea, Red Sinja. I think we do have a shotgun. All right. But I think, chat... I'm getting a little bit of that feeling of I need to make some major decisions right now, or rather some decisions that require a lot of small sub decisions to go with it. We need to figure out what we're doing for the current crew, need to figure out where we're exploring, need to figure out what tech path we want to take next, and want to figure out kind of how we're moving forward at the moment. We seem to be in relatively good shape. Everyone's fairly healthy, making some progress. It feels slow. If I'd realized the base was this close, I would have gone for that base way earlier and probably have doubled our research much sooner. Because maybe then we should be just expanding much more aggressively. We'll see. Another second plane would be nice too, because then we could run out 2 squads maybe. Although 2 squads of 4 and a 5 isn't that exciting, but it's a little bit exciting. And the only thing I would like to do that we don't currently have is because we don't have enough manufacturing ever. But presumably when this manufacturing lab comes up in the second base, which is 19 hours to repair, if we get a little bit more of these materials, we could go after building the tank. And I want a tank. Maybe we just slot this in first. Okay. All right, but I think I'm gonna be done for today. Yeah, I can do a brief summary of the game experience so far. There's a lot of comparisons to XCOM. I think it's fair to compare it to XCOM. I think saying it's a clone or a ripoff of XCOM misses the point. It's a game with a similar kind of, in the same genre of game, with a similar kind of rough idea. Also, creators of XCOM involved in creation of this game. Seems kind of weird to be like, you're stealing. Well, it's a game that's probably, been part of their life for a long period of time. It's different in a lot of ways. It seems a little bit more open at the moment, although I don't know if that's just because it's my first playthrough. Combat's getting a little repetitive, which is unfortunate. And it seems, and that might just be because the number of combats you do in any given period of time in this time passing in the world seems relatively high. Like you're doing a lot of combat. Each of these sites has a pretty decent chance of combat. I don't like the zero crowd control kind of play right now. It feels like it forces me just aggressively towards very high damage or very high action point things, right? The more action points or the more movement I can get, the more likely I am to be able to kill my enemies before they can attack me. At this difficulty, the enemies hit fairly hard, which means that if they get to shoot me for a round or so, I probably die. Right now, it seems to be about one enemy doesn't seem to burst down one of my characters yet, but 2 enemies who are given full action points will kill one of my guys outright. I don't like the reinforcements, particularly in this game. They show up wherever the fuck they want, so your positioning is a lot less good. Like, cover is a lot less relevant in this game right now. The biggest thing that I'm dealing with right now for when I'm making my movement decisions is, will I have line of sight on the enemy? In other words, the closer I get for the better shot, the more, and that's all I need basically. It's just like, can I project force onto my enemy every single action as aggressively as possible? Now, that might just be the early game. I have no sense of how far into this game we are. Are we like 100, are we like 10% of the way through the game? Are we like 1% of the way through the game? Are we 50% of the way through the game? I have no idea. I'm on the hardest difficulty. I'm not feeling pressured on the strategic layer right now, although the only indicator I have of how poorly or well I'm doing is this bar. Presumably this bar gets higher, I'm doing worse. The tactical layer, so the actual missions, a little bit of pressure. Some of the enemies seem like absolute bullshit. Mind control has always been a mechanic that pisses me off, and we're seeing 3 types of enemies so far that mind control, and I don't seem to have any options to deal with that right now. At the moment, it's just kill it, like the same option with every other enemy. It's funny because like this used to happen to me in the original XCOM too, right? Which is sometimes I'd have no idea what some of the enemies did because I'm just like, I would just kill it on activation every single time. So we'll see. There's the setup for systems is pretty good right now. So we've got, if you look at what the actual systems of play in this game are, right? We've got a base building system. At the moment, we're prioritizing research, but there's other ways. Someone in chat was just suggesting prioritizing mass research labs, or mass training bays, rather, training facilities, so you level your guys up quickly. There's a store. I don't know if the multiple stores stack could like trading. Like, could you specialize in trading? Don't know. There's vehicles, which we haven't seen yet, and apparently there's more to the air game than we're currently dealing with, so I might get additional aircraft later, which is kind of interesting to me. That's a pretty cool system here. We've got some options here that may or may not be real options, but right now, with the level of knowledge we're working with, seem like they might be real options. The tech trees on the guys have been fairly interesting. I like leveling characters in games like this. I'm a little worried they'll be fairly identical, although the inclusion of random perks is kind of neat. And I like the addition of being able to choose between 2 other classes. If it turns out some perks are always better than others, then that's going to be a problem. But at the moment, I don't have that knowledge clear enough to make that decision. The weapon systems, there's a fairly large variety of weapons we're having right now. Most of them similar types, but slightly different. That could just be dressing. Like, it might not really matter, but it might actually be fairly relevant and interesting. You know, you might get a different type of, if for example weapon types interact with build ideas, like what build you end up doing. So in other words, let's say you get access to a certain type of weaponry. Perhaps like the one faction gives you weaponry of some type that in general has longer range weapons, or is more accurate, or perhaps it's the opposite, is less accurate, closer range, higher damage. It might change your play style. Something like that allows for a lot of replayability. If I go for the Jericho people this time and it does XYZ, and then I go for the new Anu people next time and it pushes a different type of play style, that's another system in place that allows replayability and interesting decisions. I don't know if that's the case or not. It's too early. I haven't played enough to see if that's an inkling of an idea that gets fleshed out or if it's an idea that gets abandoned. Don't know yet. So as I keep saying, when people ask me, what do I think of this game right now? I think what I thought when I played it in beta, which is I think that there are a fair number of things above and beyond what XCOM, the original kind of XCOMs that I've been playing, have in them that could potentially be good if they come out well. The downsides of this game right now, again, are besides the repetitive combat and I feel like I'm being forced into only damage builds, which I keep repeating because I find it very annoying. There's also, it's a little bit buggy right now. The interface is pretty rough. I often am clicking 3 or 4 times to find something or move something around that I should be clicking once for. We keep getting a line of sight bugged, which is really, really annoying. Tooltips don't reflect what the things are actually doing, which is annoying. I do appreciate the Phoenixopedia. It's nice to be able to look up stuff later, but a lot of the stuff we're doing is testing, right? Like today we did a bunch of testing where we load and kill something, check it out, because we're not entirely certain what it does based on the stuff the game is providing, which I find slightly annoying. I'm also, as I said, a little worried about the difficulty right now. This is on the highest difficulty, and I'm not sure if it's ramping as it needs to. I mean, if it's just more suicidal enemies who don't care about cover and spend all of their actions trying to do any damage to my team, I don't know if that's the difficulty we want. So we'll see. The answer is a lot of stuff in the air right now. We'll see how it starts like falling out, how it lands, how it distills down. And we'll see if the game becomes something fun or something that will be fun like when the modders get a hold of it or when they patch the hell out of it in 6 months. I don't know. At the moment, I'm still enjoying it. And we'll keep poking it until I get some decision for myself or until we beat it or both those things. Okay. Hopefully that was fairly comprehensive for that. So I don't think I wasn't doing good stuff talk. I wasn't shitting on it. I've been saying this to both sides all day, right? Which is people are bashing it for being it's an XCOM clone. It's not getting great reviews. It's the greatest thing since sliced bread. It's somewhere in the middle, and we don't know where it is yet. Anyways. Thanks for listening, chat. Thanks for being here. I'm going to host a friend on the way out. I will be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. U.S. Central for more Phoenix Point. So if you enjoyed it today, come back by tomorrow. If you're interested in having a character in my playthrough, those are donation-based. $3 US for a character for now. If you're interested in having Xanadu be killed off, we're messing around with a system called Dare Drops, which allows you to potentially offer incentives for setting up interesting objectives for the game. We're playing around with that, and some of you guys can check out as well. But I'm going to be done for today. Let me host a friend. Thanks for being here, guys. Who do we have streaming? Pretty quiet on today. All right, I haven't hosted Sneaky Teak in a while. Go say hi to Sneaky Teak. Playing Stardew Valley. Oh, poor guy. I wonder if he's being forced to do that, strong-armed. But I'll see you guys tomorrow, guys. Bye now.